Let's create this hair. But first, let's do some push-ups. Today I hit the creative block, so while waiting for the muse to come, I also put my body into motion. Besides getting the six-pack, the blood will flow and the best ideas will come. At least that's what I hope for. I think I got it. It's PC time. And of course, we need some good vibes. So let's start. My dear friends, Shift A and let's add a sphere number 3 GZ and let's move it up. Number 1, tap to the edit mode, S and scale it in the X-axis. So that's gonna be this. Again, number 3 S, Y, and let's scale it up. Let's do it a little bit bigger than last time. This is perfect. I think here SX, and let's also do it even more. That's beautiful. Number 3, select the face selection here, and we gonna select, let's say, those faces here, and let's start with an even selection. So let's see how it looks down here. All right, and this one as well. Perfect. Now let's G X and let's just drag it inwards. It's just slightly bit, okay? Not that crazy. Let's select those 4 faces as well. GX and let's move it even more. All right, look at that. Just to see how it looks, let's add a subdivision surface and also shade it smooth. So now we are having a really great start, I would say. Here, this line here is so nice, so smooth. We can make it even more perfect with selecting this vertex. Maybe also select the editing of the other side that just is getting mirrored. So let's GX, and you can see that the both vertex also on the other side is also moving. So this curve here is, I would say, very, very nice. Okay, let's proceed with the back part here, the preparation for the bun. So in this case here, I would probably go just Ctrl+3. This way we get the opposite side of that side view, right? So we just now see the other side. This is perfect. G X, and let's just drag it up a less tiny little bit, okay? Nothing really crazy. What I would also do would be editing this side here. I think it's way too much. Let's see. Okay, wow, look at that. We also get it. I mean, this is this is a lot of fun, isn't it? This would be for a different hairstyle though. So let's just G. And you know what, let's turn on also the proportion editing and let's see what happens. G, let's increase the level of the influence on your beautiful mouse. So G, Y, G, Y. Let's just drag it to the right like this. Okay, let's do that the same with the upper 4 faces there, just to get a different shape than last time, because we definitely don't want to copy it, right? Don't we? Okay, let's also do this with these ones. Now I'm still having that proportion editing on, by the way. Let's select those 2 edges here. This seems way too edgy, and we're gonna turn off the. So basically now I'm playing more rather with the shape itself, right? So just to select the whole loop here, we're gonna hold Shift Alt on your keyboard and just drag it back like that. Okay, we're gonna toggle on the X-ray view, and you know what, we're gonna select everything here on the top like this. Turn on the proportion things, G, increase the level of influence, and let's just drag it to the back, okay? Because the Samurai Buns is kind of tight in the back anyways, right? So I'll say let's fix this edge here. Also kind of getting very edgy, I would say. I hope you're having a great day, because I'm doing very nice here today. I would say I'm very enjoying this time, us together working on an NFT collection. How awesome is that, right? So here on that right side, you can see that we are playing with the side. So the samurais have their hair kind of little, you know, long, and so it kind of goes also on the back side. So let's also fix that. I'm gonna go to the X-ray view, number 1, and let's see what's happening in here. Seems that we got some really nasty things going on here, don't we? So let's see if we can do something with it. Well, apparently we can't, so for the sake of simplicity, I'm just gonna select those vertices and delete them. Right, look at that. Easy, no problem. Okay, so let's just go with this. When it gets too complicated, just delete the vertices, okay? We don't need them anyways. No, really. So at this point here, we kind of lost the whole bottom part of the hair, so I'm just gonna go with this, and now let's see what the X-ray view will show us. Okay, this is beautiful. E for extrusion, and let's just drag it down like this, okay? Don't worry about it too much. Look at that. S for scaling, Y, and just drag it in, okay? Without any regrets, okay? I actually like this quite a lot. I also got the idea of playing with the edges here. In the back actually, so let's select those like this. Just manually select them, don't be shy, right, like that. And we shall also G, X, and let's just drag them out, and let's scale it also down like this. Okay, so this is the preparation for the bun itself. I think I moved it accidentally, but it doesn't matter. Okay, like that. G and up. Now let's select those faces here. Okay, G, Z, up. Perfect. So this is the preparation for the hair bun. I think we're gonna be getting very close to making it right now. So let's just create some uneven texture here on our hair. So I'm just gonna select those here that will actually go only in this direction, G, X, and let's just drag to the right, so the hair will kind of go to the back. So that's the idea. Just select those two, G, like that. So we should also do that here in the back. Just select random edges here, G, and set them back. Okay, look at that. Occasionally just take some of the edges here on the side and just drag them inwards like that, okay? Just to get a little bit of the texture here. Some you can drag out as well, but I recommend to drag it inwards. What about the forehead? I think here it kind of let us see. Also, let's also fix the back, even though it's also kind of samurai already. And okay, let's select these here and let's just scale. And we also just need to move these G, X and just drag it inside. Okay, so I pretty much like this. That's really, really nice. What about this? What this is here? Okay, let's just drag them inwards a little bit. Okay. So the preparation for our Samurai Bun is almost done. I think here it also deserves to be moved a little bit towards the inside, just a little bit, okay? And here as well. So I'm just gonna select those vertices and G them in like that, okay? Okay, I'm really satisfied with this. It almost looks like a if he had a bun on his head, right? Doesn't he? Okay, so let's make some hair details. I'm gonna Shift A and let's add a NURBS curve. We worked with that before, so that's gonna be very easy for us. Shift A again and let's add a circle. So this is gonna be the reference shape of our hair something. Hopefully I will learn that in English. 7 S Z, or actually Y, and just drag it down like that. Here again S Y, and let's just drag it inwards like this. Let's take this one and also let's move it more to the outside like that, so you kind of create an eye sort of shape here. Then let's go to that Bezier curve. Right, this is the basic curve. We can even extrude it here with the E and then just play with the curve itself. We're gonna go here into the curve properties and find the geometry section here, and also underneath the bevel, click on the object and let's select this beautiful curve here. Alright, now let's tap back again. If this is way too, I don't know, disturbing for you, just select everything here of that eye shape and just and scale it down. Okay, so I think for the start we will go with some kind of this shape is fine. Either way, we can always play with it later on. We can also turn on the fill cap so there won't be any holes here. And now let's just gonna make it a little bit more organized here. Rotate it R, Y and 90, and let's place it in front of our beautiful samurai here. The idea here today is to create this kind of hair falling to the sides, you know, as they usually have that. So let's just G these. Now you can see that it's super easy to work with such a curve. Just gonna use this G and moving technique. Look at that, look at that. I mean, this is really crazy and cool, right? You know, like, look at that. Now it's just kind of falling, but that was too much, so it's number 1 G. And okay, so now I'm not doing anything now else than just, you know, moving those around. So this is really cool. Just scale it a little bit so it's not that big. Okay, and I believe that here we would like to see it a little bit even more. So number 7, let's just drag it up like that, and this we're gonna move more into that. Okay, look at that, look at that. If you want to make it longer, we're just gonna drag this point here. Okay, now let's shift it. Okay, I think it's too much, so let's just drag. Oh, we already have a copy of it. Okay, so let's just, alright, let's play with this one. Those little ones. So we're just gonna rotate that and create the other here. Again, let's just play with it so it's gonna look cool. Look at that. This is a perfect spot for it. Now we can just make it more curvy. Maybe also just make it, move it down slightly like that. Okay. Look at his hair. Okay, so now we're gonna copy it and scale this down to make just a few other the falling part. Okay. So now we're basically just gonna add more of the layers here. So I think one of that could go here. Let's speed up a little bit. Alright, so this would be the details of the head. I think he also deserves to just select this. Okay, the whole upper part. Turn on the proportion editing, G, Z, and let's just drag it down slightly, okay? Because it was way too tall anyway. And let's do that even more, like with this here. So let's just select those. Decrease the level of the influence, and now let's just drag it down like that. Okay, cool. Now let's make the bun. And also a few details here, maybe here on the back. So let's try to Shift D. And now let's just turn off the proportion editing, obviously. And now let's just make a few hair here. Select those two here, and let's just make a little bit of the detail here on the hair part. Okay. Let's speed up a little bit. So now let's finally finish the bun itself, and I think here we will go with an interesting bun here, and let's think of how we can make the bun itself. And I think it would be cool to make it, again we're gonna use, I think this time we can use a cylinder finally. So let's just G, tap to the edit mode, rotate it in the y-axis 90, move it up, tap out from the that mode. Now we shall go and Ctrl R, create a loop in the middle, escape, S to scale, go to the X-ray view, select both sides as X and just scale it up, and then like this as X, make it a little bit longer, scale it down, go to the modifiers and let's a subdivision surface. This is what we shall get, okay? So let's just scale it even more as X, and now let's just drag it up. Look at this, look at what we shall get. Right click, shade smooth, okay. Let's add one loop here, also on the other side, like that. And this is, I think, a decent and reasonable bun already. So now let's go to the object mode. Let's scale it down a little bit. Okay. Just gonna rotate it a little bit more. Alright, so now we shall go and apply the modifier. Look at this. Now we can play with all the details. So I'm gonna get the selection here of the edges, and we're just gonna select few random edges here, especially here in the middle. And now we're just gonna G and set that up. Okay, and now we're just gonna select few on the side here, just random, GX, and let's GY, and let's just drag them inside like that. Go with face selection. Now we're just gonna select a few of those here. S, and just scale it down. Okay, and let's see how the bun looks. Perfect. And I think we also will do some of it here. Okay, like that. Perfect. And now let's shift A. Let's shift A and let's add a circle. Now let's shift A and let's add a circle there. Last time I did in the edit mode, so that's something that we definitely don't want. Let's move it up like that. Tap to the edit mode. Select everything, scale it down, maybe like that. E, left click, S, and scale it up. Okay, now we shall add a solidify modifier. Make it more solid like this. Okay, then add a bevel. So cool. We definitely need more of the solidify here. And we also will just increase these segments to make this smooth. Right click on that one and shade it smooth. Perfect. Now we got the perfect ring. So now let's just go to the object mode, position it here, and rotate it so it would kind of touch the body. And now we're just gonna make that a ring here that goes around the bun. Okay. So I guess that here we would like to fix this a little bit. G, Y, and let's just, okay. G, Y, and just drag inside, G, okay. Perfect. So we finally are done with the Samurai hair bun, and this is the final render. Enjoy, and Thang is out.